But how's this one going to be different because it's being held here in GIA and in your home state?
It's awesome. I'm grateful that it's here. It's a great opportunity to make another world team in my home state. Hopefully there'll be a lot of people here to support me, and it's going to be exciting.
I assume you're having your dad handle the ticket requests.
Yeah. I haven't thought too much about it, so hopefully everybody has tickets. I haven't really heard, but I'm sure they do.
OSU has a rich tradition on the world stage. What's it like to continue that legacy?
It's an honor. It's one of the reasons I came to Oklahoma State. There's been I think 9 Olympic champions in this program, and that's something that I want to do. Coach Smith was talking earlier about of the 9 Olympic champions, 8 of them are from Oklahoma. So that's a pretty unique thing that you have eight guys that have won Olympic gold medals, and they're all from the same state. And I'm being from Oklahoma. Hopefully I can someday carry on that tradition of winning an Olympic gold medal.
Is it weird prepping for an event like this and being here?
No, there's not too much different. It's most of the time I don't leave till probably the day before anyways. So now I just get to stay in my own bed and wake up and come right here like I do every day. So it's it's really nice that I don't have to travel for it, and I'm just looking forward to it.
The other guys coming in, are they asking you for best spots to eat and things like that?
Yeah, there's been J.O. was asking about some stuff, but not much. I don't think there's been many new places coming to town since he's been here. So it's the same old Stillwater is kind of what I told him.
What has the last couple of months looked like for you in terms of getting past the end of the regular season and then preparing for this event?
Yeah, I took a little bit of time off after NCAAs just to heal up, and then it was really just right back to training. Right back to training, and then I competed in the Pan American Championships, and it was good to get some matches in there. And now I really didn't take any time off after that. It was right back on the mat to prepare for this.
Obviously, this is to qualify for the world team, but I'm sure you're looking bigger picture as well of getting that senior gold at the world stage. I mean, what's the motivation this weekend, knowing that goal is still something you want to shoot for?
Yeah, without if I don't win these 2 matches, then there is no gold medal. So these 2 matches are really important, and I'm definitely not overlooking anybody. I know that Seth Gross, he's a great competitor and someone that can score, has the potential to score a lot of points. So I'm looking forward to wrestling him, and it's just really nice that it's going to be here in Gallagher.
Obviously, you have a teammate who has some experience against Seth and beating Seth. Have you picked the brain of Carter at all?
Not too much. I wrestled Seth earlier that tournament as well, so it was that match went my way. But it's a new year, and I know that he's probably been thinking about that match for a year. Now he has this opportunity to wrestle me again, and it's I'm sure he's looking forward to it, and I am too.
What do you remember from your running with him?
I got out to a pretty early lead, and whenever I do that, it makes a big difference. Especially freestyle. And I get that lead, and then people have to really come and wrestle me, so that really helps into my game. So it's really the same game plan as always. Go out there and score as many points as possible.
And I know that's something that you always talk about during college season is you want to push the points, but obviously it's hard because guys are ducking and stuff like that. But with freestyle, they don't have that opportunity. How much does that kind of benefit you? Because if they back up, they're getting put on the clock and stuff like that.
Yeah, I think that's one of the reasons I love freestyle so much. It really forces people to wrestle. There's the out of bounds rule. Can't step out of bounds. The passivity clock. All of that. I think it plays right into my game, and it promotes activity, and it promotes wrestling. I think that's good for the sport, and I'm just happy I'm wrestling freestyle again.
Do you think do you think that'll ever switch to freestyle?
Probably not. I think there's a lot of tradition in wrestling folk style, and it's a lot of the I think wrestling folk style, you know, it has its benefits for sure. You know, you have the grind of folk style, and you know, I think that, you know, separates us whenever we do go overseas. You know, we're usually a lot better prepared, you know, condition wise and, you know, mentally. So I think, you know, it has its benefits, but you know, if it was up to me, I'd prefer it to be freestyle, but you know, I'm okay with wrestling folk style too.
How do you think the fans will embrace the opportunity of finally getting to see some women's wrestling here in GIA, especially with all the talk of maybe one day OSU having its own women's program?
Yeah, I think that's you know, it's a great moment. You know, women's wrestling in Oklahoma. You know, it's some of the best girls in the world are going to be here, and you know, I think there's probably going to be a lot of young ladies here watching them compete, and I think that's, you know, huge for the sport.
Karta Winchester, she's someone that's been around the OSU program, going to be here this week. What's your relationship with her, and what's it like having her here competing too?
You know, it's awesome. You know, she's, you know, she's been coming up, you know, probably for over a year now. She'll come in for a couple weeks, and you know, it's always, you know, nice seeing her in the room. You know, she's someone that's, you know, made an Olympic team and won a world title. So you know, anytime you have someone like that in the room, you know, it's really special.
Who have you been training with leading up to this?
I've wrestled a lot with Zoe, you know, he's a guy from France who, you know, came here a couple years ago, and you know, he's, you know, really been my main training partner leading up to this.